Welcome to the United States of Tiffany. Our commentary offers a humorous take on wrestling. Please note, we're not bullying or attacking the wrestlers. We're engaging with the choreographed sport and its storylines. Our jokes and observations are about the characters and storylines, not the real people behind them. Tourists and citizens alike, welcome. Enjoy the show, and remember, it's all in good fun.
All right. Welcome to the show. Listen, it's been a long day, okay? I'm trying to get things done. I finally got my cheesecake out the oven. I'm still working on dinner. It's 5 o'clock. We're getting ready to work on dinner. So, listen, Stand and Deliver was a solid show. If you didn't watch it, you have missed out on something very, very great. I'm going to get into all of the matches and I'll tell you who won and I'm going to tell you our prediction percentage because we were pretty goddamn close, okay? So, the kickoff show had a match on it. They decided to put the tag team division for the women on the kickoff. So they legitimately started the show. You had Metaphor, Gigi and Tatum. You had Fatal Influence, and you had the random tag team of Cora Jade and Roxanne Perez. These four teams were competing. But in the middle of this match, Roxanne Perez decided to abandon Cora Jade completely and leave her in the match alone. Now, this was an elimination style match. Didn't know that. I thought it was a regular old fatal four-way tag team match, but it was an elimination style match. Now, the girls got into it and they were going into it, okay? And first up to be eliminated, unfortunately, was Metaphor. I hate that for them. I low-key wish it was Cora and Roxanne. It would have just added a little bit more fuel to the fire. Then you saw Cora Jade and Roxanne Perez be eliminated due to the fact that Roxanne completely left Cora all alone and Fatal Influence was able to do the kill shot and get rid of them. Then it was down to Fatal Influence and Tatum and Gigi, which that little soccer ball kicking bitch got involved, almost cost Gigi and Tatum the match. They were able to recover, and they were now your number one contenders. Next Tuesday, they will get a shot at the tag team championships. But for now, we don't know who the tag team champions will be. Could it be Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez, or could it be Lyra and Bailey? Don't know. And at this point, I'm just hoping that it is Liv and Raquel that goes to NXT. As far as I'm concerned, sending Lyra and Bailey down there with the tag team titles is low-key disrespectful. I'm sorry, but that's just the way I feel about it. Anyways, we're moving on. Ricky Saints was the one who actually kicked off the show with his North American Championship match against y'all favorite villain, Ethan Page. This match was very, very grueling and hard-hitting. Both of them pulled out an amazing performance, but Ethan Page showed that he definitely has true grit, and he is not about to stop just because Ricky Saints is the golden boy. He knows what it's like to be, and he was trying to take all of that shine away from Ricky Saints, but it didn't work. Ricky Saints was able to pull up and pull out and still retain his North American Championship. Ricky Saints is still your North American champion, and we love that for Ricky. Okay, solid match. If I had to give it a grade, I give it a B plus. I think it was great. I do think that Ethan Page had a little bit too much time working over Ricky Saints, but I get it. You know, I would have preferred a more back and forth match, but overall, it was solid. I can't complain. In terms of the women's tag team match, sorry about that. In terms of the women's tag team match, I give it a B minus. I think it was a good match. I just wish Metaphor lasted to the end. Fatal Influence don't need these, and Metaphor are one of the only ones who have actually competed for those tag team titles multiple times, and I feel like they definitely deserve to get them. If Gigi and Tatum get them, that's fine, but I feel like they should have lasted to the end, and Fatal Influence could have been erased. Like, I feel like they're not even a team no more. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is, ladies and gentlemen. And we're going to proceed forward. The tag team titles were also being contested on the men's side. Okay. Fraxium and Hank and Tank put on a banger of a match. Hank and Tank fought hard and long to take down one of the greatest tag teams of all time in Fraxium. And they did just that. They have now been crowned the new NXT Tag Team Champions. And I couldn't have been prouder of my Hank and Tank team. Now, at the end of the match, Fraxium gave the boys a hug, and this was their way of telling you, go forth and be great, my guy. Fraxium had 230 days as the NXT Tag Team Champions and arguably had some of the greatest matches as a tag team champion in history. They are the epitome of what it means to be a tag team, and they are the epitome and just the backbone of that tag team division. So kudos to them for holding it down for so long in NXT as the champs. But now it's time to pass the torch, and I'm so glad they gave it to Hank and Tank. They pulled out an amazing performance against Fraxium. You got to hand it to them. This was one of my favorite matches of the night. Moving on. Let us go into the women's ladder match. This was killer. All of 6 of these women pulled out all the stops in this match. Even Izzy Dame did exceptionally well. I'm very proud of her. She was able to go out there and showcase what she was capable of. Now, the culling tried to come out and help, but the girls wasn't having it. Everybody took their vengeance out on them and got rid of them multiple times. Thea Hale did great, but there was a moment where Sol Ruka and Zaria both saw themselves on opposite sides, and they took that opportunity to basically give us a little gay girl power moment while also simultaneously punching the hell out of each other to get to that championship. But ultimately, Sol Ruka is your new NXT Women's North American Champion, and you gotta love that for Sol Ruka. Not only is she the North American champion, but she is also the WWE Speed Champion. So she is a double champ. Congratulations to you, Sol Ruka, and to everybody in this match. Kaylani of this match was the MVP, in my opinion. She pulled out all the stops. Kaylani was giving the girls hell. And if it hadn't been for just a little slight misstep on Kaylani's part, she probably could have won that championship. But for now, she is the inaugural North American champion. Lola Vice, you did great, girl. I can't even lie and knock you. Thea, I'm very proud of you. And Zaria, you did your thing out there. All 6 women competed successfully and did amazing things. I'm giving this match a solid A. There were very few missteps, no botches. Everything was clean. I love this match so much. It's definitely watchable. I highly recommend you go watch it if you haven't seen it. Let's move into the next match. Dark State went up against the D'Angelo family. I told y'all that Stacks was going to turn on Tony. I told y'all. I told you. Okay. I'm just going to give you the sped up version. Towards the end of the match, Stacks tried to incorporate the crowbars in the match. Tony D didn't want to hear anything of it. First of all, Tony was right. If you use the crowbars and the referee standing right there, fool, you're going to get forfeited in this match. There was not a no DQ in this match. This match was a straight up 6-man tag match. So you couldn't just use a crowbar in the middle of the match and not get caught. Like y'all was right there in front of the refs, babe. Now, one person I really enjoyed in this match was Rizzo, because Rizzo was not having it. When Cutler's ass got involved, she got up on the top rope and she took that man out. Do you hear me? And I was like, period. Boots and all, bitch. She was up there. Loved it. It was a great, great match. But Tony D'Angelo pretty much got by his own guy. After the match was over, Tony and them ate the pin. The Dark State won, and Stacks was already gone. By the time they got ready to end the show, Stacks was leaving, and Luca was trying to figure out what the fuck he was doing. And Stacks told him, keep his phone on, keep it close. He'll text him soon. He'll explain everything on Tuesday. So I don't know. It seemed like shit is hitting the fan with the D'Angelo family, and this might cause a major split between them. I don't know, man. I don't know. Anywhoosies, let's get into these main events. The women's fatal four-way. Oh, to give it a rating, if I had to give it a rating for this match for Dark State versus D'Angelo family, I give it a C plus. It wasn't a match that I felt like I needed to see at Stand and Deliver, but it wasn't a bad match between either side. The storyline overrode the match itself, in my opinion. So for that reason, I knocked it down from a B minus to a C plus. It wasn't a bad match at all. It does have a cute storyline that I would be more interested in. So I'm curious as to how that's going to play out. And I'm also curious as to where Dark State is going to go from here. I'm very curious about that. Moving on. Let's go to the women's fatal four-way. This match was a little wonky. I'm not going to lie. There were some moments where things were just a little bit off. People were not in the right places on time. You can kind of see them waiting to set stuff up, waiting to move into position. You can kind of see those kinds of things. But other than that, it was a solid matchup. I was aware and I knew that Stephanie was going to retain her championship because it just didn't seem like the way to go was to drop it to anybody else. Stephanie is the current champion for now. And we also saw backstage that Roxanne Perez has now decided to bitch and moan again about going after Stephanie Vaquer, which Stephanie has made it very clear she'll face her. So more than likely, we'll see Roxanne Perez face off against Stephanie on Tuesday. And if that's the case, I hope Cora Jade costs her the match, seeing as how she left Cora Jade high and dry in that ring in that tag team match. If I have to give this match a rating, I give it a B minus. I think the match itself was okay. If I'm being fair, I would have to knock it down to like a C plus. Overall, the match itself was great. It was good. It was fun to watch, but there was some missteps, miscommunications where you can kind of see stuff was not working right. There was just like people weren't in their right places. There was just some little logistics that were being seen during the match that I wasn't a big fan of, but that's not anything that anybody can really control or change. It is what it is. It's just human error. So for that alone, because I docked the other match, I have to be fair, and I'm going to give them a C plus. Final match of the night, Trick Williams, Obafemi, Javon Evans. These three pulled out a banger of a match against each other. It was hard hitting from the time they ran that bell. Javon Evans did great. Trick Williams was on his P's and Q's, and Obafemi was always where he needed to be. This match really kept you on your toes. You did not know who was going to win. And at one point, Javon Evans had it. At one point, Obafemi had it. At one point, Trick Williams had it. They knocking out referees. Referees is fighting to go count. So much shit was going on. This is also one of those matches that is rewatchable. Highly recommend that you go and rewatch it because it was nuts. It was absolute anarchy. Okay? Y'all, when I tell y'all that this match was so much fun to watch, but it broke my heart that Javon Evans didn't win. I really wanted Javon to win that title. So I'm sad that he didn't get to win, but Obafemi did retain. I feel like Trick Williams and Obafemi are going to fight it out one-on-one eventually, and Oba's going to beat him, and that's going to be the end of that. I really wanted Javon to win that. I wanted him to win. But you know what? I am happy that Obafemi is still champion. I am happy that they pulled out a solid match. And Javon Evans made it very clear that he's more than ready to be a champion. It depends on where he's going to be champion, and that's the question. With all that being said, ladies and gents, that was Stand and Deliver. It's a very simple, very straightforward show, and I liked it a lot. If I could watch it again, I would. I enjoyed it. I liked every single match. Some of them weren't exactly perfect. Others were amazing. But overall, if I had to give the entire show an overall grade, I would definitely say it gets a B++ because it was so good. And I really hope that if you haven't watched NXT, that this will pull you back in because it is well deserving of the eyes and people watching the show. All right, y'all, I'm gonna give y'all 30 seconds and y'all tell me what y'all thought about Stand and Deliver, and then I'm gonna get out of here and finish cooking dinner, and y'all can get back to getting prepared for Mania because Mania comes on in a few hours. 7 o'clock is when Mania comes on. So let me know in the comments what you felt about Stand and Deliver. You can give it an A grade, you can give it a D, you can give it a C, whatever you want. Let me know. I'll read off your comments, and then I'm gonna get out of here. Keenan said, I'm guessing they want Oba to have more defenses. Personally, I didn't need him to, but if that's the case, fine. 7.8 out of 10. You're the 7.8, really? I give it an 8.5 out of 10. I thought it was pretty solid. It's 4:21 here in Ohio. And in a couple of hours, it will be time for Mania. If you guys don't know, this is night 1 of WrestleMania. Night 1 consists of the following matches, all right? Gunther is going to be facing off against Jey Uso. Charlotte Flair is going to be facing off against Tiffany Stratton. You're going to have LA Knight going up against Jacob Fatu. You have the tag team championships from Raw with the War Raiders and the New Day. You got Naomi facing off against Jade Cargill. And I'm not sure about this match. Rey Mysterio is injured. So I'm not quite sure what they're going to do with this match, how they're going to flip it. But as it stands, the match is still there. They haven't changed it or pulled it. So I don't know, but we'll wait and see. And finally, the main event is Roman Reigns versus CM Punk versus Seth freaking Rollins. All right. All right, let me see. Girl Tati said, I give it a B-. It was a good show. Had a few things I didn't like, but overall a good show. Fair enough, Tati. I appreciate that. With all that being said, I appreciate y'all coming over here and chilling with me for a little bit. I am going to get out of here. I'm done giving my 2 cents on Stand and Deliver. I might talk some more about it after Mania and tell y'all how I feel. But for now, I think I gave y'all a pretty solid description of the show and each of the matches. So I will see y'all later on tonight after WrestleMania if I don't fall asleep. Because I'm tired, y'all. Exhausted, honey. But anyways, me and my mama been down here for a minute. My mom in there cutting up potatoes, and we got to finish cooking this brisket. Brisket got to go in the oven now. There's so much shit going on in this house. I hate they put Easter on the same weekend as Mania. I wish WWE would have let it go a week earlier or something. Oh, they're so hateful for this. But anyways, we're going to finish cooking dinner. I might give y'all a little showcase of everything that we made. And then I will see y'all later on tonight when we talk about Mania. All right? So love y'all. Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe. Please don't forget to go and check out the merch shop. It is up. It is ready. We got all types of shirts, hoodies, sweatshirts. We have mugs, tumblers, all types of stuff is up there. If you want to know what the website is, let me see if I can pull it up for y'all. And then I'm going to get out of here. The website is here. Here's the merch shop for my channel. You can also shop through the links that are on my current page. Okay? I put the comment in the comment section. The link is in there. Y'all can go shop. We have all of our merch up for right now for this year. This is our merch. We got our citizen and tourist t-shirts, sweaters, hoodies. We got the coffee mugs. We got the Wrestling is Real t-shirts, hoodies, coffee mugs. We got our fuck that coffee mugs and t-shirts, all kind of stuff, okay? We have so much merch up here. Y'all go and check it out for yourselves, okay? Don't forget that is a good way for you to support the channel and still get something in return, all right? I love you guys, and I'll see you guys later on tonight. Bye. Bye.
Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe for more wrestling content. Check out our merch and consider becoming a member for exclusive perks, special emojis, and members-only content.